So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my Corot skillets, and I'm just going to heat that just a little bit. Just a little olive oil. Here's my Instapot pan. So I'll take me some fresh herbs. Probably, I don't know how much we need. Let's just use that much. I hope everybody's doing okay today. I'm feeling a little better. But I knew I had to get our lunch cooked. So it's 10 o'clock on Sunday. Gotta get her preaching going here in a little bit. Let me get this started. I thought I have time to get this started. And then I'll show y'all how I do my pork in the Instapot. Now, I don't always braise it or saute my herbs, but sometimes I do. I'm just going to take an onion. I'm going to chop it up. Don't need a whole lot. This just seems to give it flavor since I don't use salt anymore. Can't use salt anymore. I'm going to fry down there. This gives it kind of a brown, good flavor. I can't explain it. It's just a good flavor. If I'd use my big knife, I wouldn't overshoot that. Get it all over the place. That just kind of releases some of those natural juices in that. Okay, I'm going to put in my spice that I put in this rosemary jar. It's not what's in here. Maybe not rosemary. Hold on. It's Italian seasoning, but it's the spice that I made up. And I just want to get that. So we got all that pork, so you realize I need to flavor that. Oh, it smells good. Those natural juices are coming out into the now. Let me pull that over. Well, I'll go ahead. I'll show you what I'll do. I'm going to let them kind of raise it. Now I get my Instapot, washed it. I'm going to put my let me get one of my bowl. Put just a little water. A little water. I might not be able to see. Let's put that in there. Let that kind of steep those vegetables. While I'm doing that, I have soaked my meat in that baking soda to get any impurities, I think. I rinse it. Rinse that. Then I just take it and I braise it. I just hurriedly braise that meat. And that'll be good. Make sure the camera's still on. I'm having so much trouble with that. Let's braise that. Take that one out. Braise it up. Braise those to where they're locked in that flavor a little bit. Makes them so moist and tender. Wow, there's some things. Just have to keep doing it till you get it well done. Like you get a second one in there. See how that's braising that meat? Yeah. Okay. Got about two more. And while those are cooking, you can brown as much as you want to, but I feel like if you do it too much, they'll get too tough on the edges. So I get my cheat sheet out. I look at my pork, and there's chops, about 1 inch. So you need a half a cup of liquid. And it says +10 on high. So I would do these about 24 minutes. I want to do these about 24 minutes. Turn our stove off. Now we've got our liquid here. I'm just going to pour that right over the top of those chops there. Now this is where you could add your salt, pepper, which we will do. I'll add our pepper. Now then, so we'll put that in our Instapot for about 20, I would say 20 minutes. Let's just say 20 minutes and natural release, and turn off your keep warm button so it don't keep cooking, and just let them naturally release, and you'll have some good pork chops. I'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, well, I got to thinking I've got to use these green peppers that the lady at XM Gardens in Caddo, Oklahoma gave me. And I've got all these jalapenos. Those these beautiful jalapenos that she has year round, I'm pretty sure. Now those I will dice up and put in some pickling. Let me get some butter. Now those of you that's never made any kind of greens, let me get some butter out of here. I use my challenge butter. Now this will be the only thing of salt that I can put in this. Since of me not having been able to eat salt, I cut back just as much as I could. I got the old cannon pot. Turn that down low. Already washed these. Took that off. If you can't hear me, my ears are stopped up. I don't want to talk too loud. Mother's in there watching church, and I'm just here. Doing this. I just want to kind of haul those out a little bit. One of my little doohickeys, my little pepper doohickeys. You can get them off of Amazon. I had a link on there, but there was no sense in me trying to make a nickel or a penny off of something. It's more trouble than it's worth to me. So, y'all go on there and find them. Okay, but that does do pretty good on those. And if you want some kind of meal that's full of vitamins, then eat you some greens or lentils. I don't know if any of you ever had lentils, but they're really good for you. Let's see. Let's cut them in half a little bit, kind of like this. Put that in there. Butter. A butter pot. These we can okay. We rinse those. Get a paper towel. Don't know what we would do without paper towels. Just kind of stir that around a little bit. Get that butter on them. One of my bowls. I'm going to put those greens down in it. I'm just gonna cut the head off. You can do it pretty quick. Just try to get that old stem off there, because you don't want it too hard. Now you can put your grease and your fat back and whatever in these. Some of these you can do. I'm just going to take the heads off of these. That'll make a pretty big mess of greens as it is. You know. I'm just trying to get them old hulls off, or stems off. Sometime on these I'll just take it right off the top, because I don't have time to mess with a lot of it. Now you see, if those are not very tender, you can go ahead and, if you wanted to, you can go all the way up into that, you know, like this. If this is a big leaf, you can go all the way up into that leaf and cut that out. But I'm not going to, because I think those will be soft enough that we won't. I was about ready to let them get bad, because I just haven't had a chance to cook them. So today we're going to cook them. Get this out of the way. I missed one. Yeah, if I wanted to, I could cut that on off there. I just kind of toss those in that butter. Kind of like I do poke salad, in a way. Those will wilt on down there. Kind of like wilted lettuce. We might just try to cook them like that and see. But then you're going to waste all that because those seeds go everywhere from them peppers. I'll find them a few days. Oh, I try not to. Try to get those. Let me just see how these are going to do. I just wilt those greens down. Look at those little pepper seeds. Lord help. They're all over the place. I think those are coated enough. Oh, and then drop my glasses in the pot. I'm just going to let those kind of cook down. For those, you can put your pepper now. Go ahead and season it with your pepper. Let that cook on down. See how those are cooking? Steaming, I guess you'd say. Now, if you've got big greens that you don't think will cook down like your See, those are just cooking. You're not losing hardly any vitamins. I may add just a little bit of liquid to that. Just a hair. But just a hair of liquid to that. Just let them. I think they would have been fine if I'd have just, but I wanted to make a little juice there and get that turned back up, and then those will, for sure we can cook the peppers that way. You want your peppers cooked a lot better. Might need a little more water. Now that sure should do it. Now, by the time that pork gets done, then these will have been boiled. And that's the way we do our greens, or I do sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I just fry them in the back skillet, iron skillet. But just as soon as things get a little better, I'll be back. Well, we hope the camera works today. I turned the greens off. And now you can see the greens and the peppers are done. And I had made cornbread, and I just put it in the bag, so I don't need to make cornbread today. I'll put my cornbread recipe on there. I think it's already on there. Let's check our pork. Let's see how that does. My hot pads. Now, see all those onions and stuff on top of there? See how good that looks? See, that's just, let me get a little plate. Mother's still watching church, so we won't eat right this second. But I will get one of those out and cut that so you can see. Let me see where my fork is. Get one of those. Should have had my big meat fork, but no. Get the paper towel so I don't drip that all over the place. Now let me get one of these out of here. Get one off the top. It's just gonna fall apart, pretty sure. See about that. See that meat? That's just as soft as all get out. The onions, they couldn't be any better. Got your onion. You can make a gravy out of this, but for those of you that say you don't like your Instapots, I'm gonna tell you, that's some good pork. Some really good pork. Oh, it tastes good. Even without my, you know what, and should. So we got that. Let me get a little dip of those greens so you can see them. A little greens and a little pepper there. Green pepper, bell pepper. See how that's just soft? They're just soft greens. Taste them. See? They're good, y'all. So that's what we're gonna have for lunch with a piece of cornbread. I hope y'all start to have a good week this week. Today's the first day of the week. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. Get you some pork. Get you Instapot. Get you some greens, any kind, collard, mustard, whatever. They're really good for you. We'll talk to you soon. Mom and I are doing fine. Bye-bye.